Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this video, you and I are checking in to Camp Blood thanks to the Camp Blood Collection Blu-ray box set. This comes directly from the producer of the Camp Blood series, David Sterling, and it was David Sterling who sent me this box set for review. Check out the lovely artwork. We'll actually unbox this in just a second, but first I think it's important to talk about what Camp Blood is in the first place. Some of you know, some of you do not, so let's go back to the beginning. Camp Blood is an independent horror movie franchise, and that independent is very important. It's an independent horror movie franchise that, in my opinion, it is very much by dedicated die-hard horror fans for the same dedicated die-hard horror fans. It really has a love of horror movies. If you know the premise of Friday the 13th, I'm not here to spoil Friday the 13th in case you haven't seen it, but they call Camp Crystal Lake Camp Blood. And that is a great jumping off point for what we get with these movies, because every single one of them, 10 entries over the last 20 years or so, it involves younger people, teenagers, people in their 20s going out into the woods, sometimes to party, sometimes to investigate. They do they get into shenanigans, they do things that maybe they're not supposed to do, I don't know, they get out there and they have a good time, and then a killer clown murders them one by one, and that clown, the clown at the center of the premise has changed over the years. You know, the mask changes from movie to movie, the kill scenes, you know, it has evolved, and it's really interesting because when I say that these are independent horror movies, I mean, you guys, I'm not talking about like a Blumhouse horror movie with like a $20 million budget or $5 million budget. I'm talking about like grassroots independent cinema, ultra low budget. If you like Roger Corman movies, if you like, you know what, more accurately perhaps, if you like Charles Band movies, Full Moon features, if you like Empire movies, that sort of thing, those really low budget, very niche, you know, like very direct to video kinds of movies, then this is definitely up your alley. But that grassroots, that low budget feeling is, I think so many fans connect with that. So many horror fans are into it because it feels, this is my opinion, I feel like if you had enough friends, if you had the technology, if you had the premise, if you had the location, maybe we could all get together and go out and film something like Camp Blood. But the thing is, we don't. And so these movies continue to be like, they come directly out of the fan base. You know what I'm saying? It feels attainable, it feels achievable, it feels very connected to the current modern horror fan base. But I think it's important to know what you're getting going into. These are shot on video. These are not shot on film. So maybe the Roger Corman comparison, you know, we're talking about like direct to video. And in some cases, I believe when we say direct to video, we're talking about VHS. You know, the first couple of entries appear to be shot on VHS. And as technology has evolved, the consumer, the level of quality has gotten better and better. But just in terms of like what you're getting, these aren't professional actors, these are fans. These are, you know, some of them are actors in Hollywood, but you know what, Cool Duder, the YouTuber Cool Duder, is in 3 of the Camp Blood movies. So that kind of lets you know that's what sort of thing we're talking about. So if you're into independent horror that is made by fans for fans, if you're into like, you know, this ultra low budget sort of thing with the very practical gore, you know, there's a little bit of CGI in these, especially as it's gone on and on, but it's really just like, what can I do with this machete and some fake blood and a mask? The appeal for me is, in general, just in addition to being a big horror fan, it's kind of just cool to see what people can come up with, what you can do with limited resources and a lot of imagination. So with all that being said, let's dive into this set. This is available directly from the producer's Facebook page. I'm going to put all the relevant links to this particular set in the description of this video. You can buy the set through Facebook. He has you can buy them individually through a web store that I will also link below. And then yet again, there's like a streaming outlet, so you can stream these movies if you want to. But let's pop the top off of this box set. Here is it's 9 discs, but it's 10 installments. Okay, so and do not let me forget, I have to talk to you guys about the killer USB, which has, you know, we'll save it. We'll get to it in just a second. So here's the movies themselves. I think I've got them in the correct order of release, but if there's one or two that are kind of turned around or maybe not in the right order. Bear with me. So we're going to start with, I'll just show you the covers. The covers are amazing on these. So this is a double feature, Camp Blood 1 and 2. They're featured in 3D. Now, I don't have a 3D TV or really like polarized 3D glasses, so I didn't watch these in 3D. But you know, I think they were originally made to be viewed in 3D. So here's the back of the box, the Blu-ray box. There's a third installment of this that I think is no longer in Camp Blood continuity, so it's not included in this particular box set. The same director was responsible for 3 movies in this, Camp Blood 1, Camp Blood 2, and then there was a third one that is not here because I think that it's become its own thing. So we do skip to Camp Blood 3. By the way, I should also mention that this disc, hold on, let me put the box down so I can show you. This disc is a pressed Blu-ray, but the rest of these discs are manufactured on demand. They're burned Blu-rays. So just want you to know, I don't want you to say that I didn't tell you. They're burned. But the fact that they're on Blu-ray is, I really feel like the producer is trying to really appease the fan base with this. I think this is for the fans. This is for all the people who have asked for these movies. They're staples of like streaming and different services, the direct to digital marketplace, but we're physical media collectors, and so this serves a very unique market, and I think that's to be commended. So Camp Blood 3, I believe the artwork for all of these Blu-rays is new artwork, and I think it's amazing. So I'm going to show you guys like some scenes here, some stills from the back of the box and stuff. So if you're offended by any sort of gore or blood or whatever, look away, Dixieland. So here's the back of the container, the back of the box, All right, we move on to Camp Blood 4. I love the like the VHS rental stickers. It's like horror, comes from the horror section. That's it's really big among the fan community. The homage, the tribute to the VHS days, the respect to VHS. So there's the back of the package. Some of these have special features. Not all of them do. This comes from cult director Dustin Ferguson's Silent Night, Bloody Night 2 and the Amityville Legacy. This is Camp Blood 5. Clowns never die. See the tagline down there. Dustin Ferguson did both of these movies. They're kind of a duology. I should also tell you, most of these movies are like an hour and 10 minutes. They're like 70 minutes. And so it's not a huge time commitment. Listen, they are what they are. They are meant to be consumed, enjoyed, not thought about too much. These are just fun things for horror fans to pop on and just enjoy. And see people that they like, see people that are in the community, in the horror community. So I think the cover art on this is amazing. Camp Blood 666. It's the tagline on this. The King of the Clowns. Okay, let me flip that over. Check out the back. We move on to Camp Blood 7. Hot girls camping. Watch out. That kind of says it all right there. It's really beautiful. The artwork on these they're really beautiful. Oh, by the way, I should also be showing you the inside. They have replications of the poster art. Poster art. The cover art. That's it. By the way, it's like cardstock. Again, if you're into Camp Blood, if this is your sort of thing, this is like this is amazing, because these movies have never received any sort of a high prestige. It just really feels like David Sterling cares about the fans of these movies, and he's really taking care of them with the best product that he can provide them. And I think it's really cool. So, okay, Camp Blood. This is Ghosts of Camp Blood. I said Ghost. A Ghost of Camp Blood, starring Scream Queen Alyssa Dowling. It's a cool cover. I'm going to show you guys the back of the package. And yeah, some of them have like some behind the scenes features. They have like people, the director of the movie is kind of talking about what he did with how he brought it together. And now this is the big one. Camp Blood 8 makes its debut in this set. And as we talk about Camp Blood 8, which is basically brand new, I think it hit around December or something like that, late 2019. So this is brand new, and it makes its debut in this set. But I also have to, let me show you the back of the packaging really quick. This is the newest one, Phoebe Dollar and Joseph Haggerty. And this is that's one that Sean C. Phillips from Cool Duder, the Cool Duder channel, and he was talking about like filming on it. There's videos on his channel where he's making, you know, the Camp Blood stuff. But this is the little flash drive, the little USB drive. Is it showing up for you guys? See if you can see all the detail. And he says he's got Camp Blood on the USB drive, and then on the back it says Sterling Productions, which is of course David Sterling's production company. But on this flash drive is a 4K version, 4K Ultra HD version of Camp Blood 8. So you get the movies on the discs. You also get this. There's also a hardcover book that I was not sent, but it has like production stills and photos of the making of the Camp Blood series. So again, if you are a Camp Blood fan, this is like this is Christmas for you, right? And then here's the last disc in the collection. This is Camp Blood Kills, and this is this is all of like the best bits of the Camp Blood series and kind of a compilation. All the kills, all the clowns, all the clowns, all the blood. No other film series boasts this amount of thrills, chills, and spills as Camp Blood. And now for your viewing pleasure comes the ultimate gross-out murders and lovely ladies of the Fear franchise, making this a must-have compilation. You can't hide from the clown. Take a scary rewind to terror experience why this slasher series is a fan favorite. So it's kind of telling you like it's a best of. It's a retrospective. I don't know if the Camp Blood series has completed, if it's come full circle, or if there will be future franchises, but we're looking at you know, like 9 movie entries over 20 years. Sometimes it stops for several years and then it starts back up. But as of now, this is a complete collection. And as I was telling you, like it does feature that brand new release, the Camp Blood 8, on both disc and digital, baby. But if you're not into physical media, you know, if you're not into that sort of thing, you can get just the movies themselves digitally. I'll put, again, all the links are in the description of this video. It's a very handsome package for you know, for an independent horror movie franchise like this. I think there's a lot of love behind it. I think David Sterling told me that he worked on this for a year to get this brought into production and get this in the hands of the fans. So if you are interested in the Camp Blood series, check out the description, the video description of this for all the details, where you can get it, the price, David Sterling's Facebook page. Tell him Serial at Midnight sent you if you head over there. But I want to thank David Sterling for sending the Camp Blood box set to us, the Camp Blood collection. It's been a lot of fun going through these movies and kind of seeing, again, just kind of seeing what fans, what talent is capable of from that independent level, seeing what we can achieve. I think it's something to be heralded, and if that's your cup of tea, definitely look into this. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Sterling. Guys, take care, and until next time, I will catch you later.